A pleasant morning teaching everyone. So today I would like to discuss or about my case study of international trade agreement about the Philippines versus Thailand tobacco trade dispute 2008. So before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Christian J. Rosario Wahing, Base Bay 3B. The Philippines versus Thailand tobacco trade dispute 2008 revolves around a conflict concerning Thailand customs and tax measure imposed on imported cigarettes, particularly those from the Philippines. The dispute was brought to the World Trade Organizations by the Philippines, alleging that Thailand's actions violated several provisions of the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, or GATT, in 1994, and the Custom Valuation Agreement. The Philippines argued that Thailand's practices discriminated against imported cigarettes, favoring locally produced ones. These measures included custom valuation processes, discriminatory tax regimes, and a lack of transparency and administrative procedure. The World Trade Organization dispute settlement panel and later the appellate body found some of Thailand's measures were inconsistent with World Trade Organization rules. Specifically, Thailand was found to have breached its obligation by applying higher taxes and discriminatory valuation method to Philippine cigarettes, while the rolling lar- the rolling while the rolling largely favored the Philippines because it highlighted the complexity of balancing trade liberalization commitments with domestic regulatory practices. Thailand was argued to align its measure the World Trade Agreement, emphasizing the importance of non-discrimination and transparency in international trade. The issue was that Thailand imposed higher taxes on imported cigarettes, particularly those from the Philippines, while offering more favorable taxes rates to locally produced cigarettes. This tax disparity made Filipino cigarettes less competitive in the Thai market, directly affecting the Philippines tobacco industry, businesses, and workers who depend on export to Thailand. For the Philippines, this wasn't just a financial issue. It was about equal treatment in international trade, as both countries were signatories to the World Trade Organization, which set rules for fair trade and non-discriminations. The heart of the problem lay in the principle of fairness and equality under the international trade law. The Philippines argued that Thailand's tax system violated World Trade Organization rules, which were meant to ensure that no country unfairly discriminates against imported goods. This situation wasn't just a matter of economics, but also of trust between two countries engaging in global trade. If Thailand's policy went unchecked, it could set a dangerous precedent for other nations to create barriers that hindered competitions, hurting smaller economies in particular. The dispute underscored how trade policies, while often designed for domestic benefit, can have unintended consequences on international relations, and the livelihoods of people depend on fair access to foreign markets. I have a three alternative solutions. So this is my three alternative solutions uh, to solve the problem between the Philippines and the Thailand. First alternative solution is both nations could reach an agreement. The Philippines and Thailand, both being members of World Trade Organization, right, had the potential to reach an agreement that would have been beneficial for both sides. Instead of letting the dispute escalate, a mutual understanding could have been reached through dialogue and compromise. After all, At the heart of the dispute was the shared goal of promoting fair and transparent international trade, and a negotiated solution would have demonstrated that both nations were committed to that ideal. So, my first alternative solution is both nations could reach an agreement. Second, both countries could enter into bilateral negotiation. Rather than allowing the case to proceed through formal World Trade Organization channels, both the Philippines and Thailand could have engaged in bilateral negotiations to resolve the issue in a more timely and less confrontational manner. Bilateral talks would have provided both countries with the flexibility to address their specific concern and need, such as the Philippines' desire for more equitable treatment of its tobacco exports and Thailand's needs to protect its local industry. So that's my second alternative solution. Both countries could enter into bilateral negotiation. The third or my last alternative solutions is Thailand should have complied with previous World Trade Organization. If Thailand na-comply na nila ang previous World Trade Organization, why not, diba? Wala na problema between Thailand and Philippines sa ilang trade system sa tobacco. Thailand should have, sa trade system nila sa cigarette. Sorry. Thailand should have complied with previous World Trade Organization rules. Thailand, as a member of the World Trade Organizations, had an obligation to comply with the organization rules and previous rulings that aim to ensure fairness and equality in global trade. So that's my three solutions for resolving the problem between the conflict, the Philippines and Thailand about the cigarette. This case serves as a critical example how World Trade Organization's mechanism addressed disputes between member states, ensuring compliance with global trade practices while respecting sovereign policy space. The resolution of this dispute also had significant implications for tobacco trade policies and the broader context of international trade relations in the Asian region. So that's all. Thank you.